Hi, good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Today's book that I have is such a cute story. It is called Not Norman, a goldfish story. And it is written by Kelly Bennett and illustrated by Noah Z. Jones. That means that Kelly Bennett wrote this story and Noah Z. Jones made all the pictures. Now, I chose this story because I recently got a pet, and I know lots of you have some pets of your own. So, this is a really cute story about a pet. Now, you want to know what's unique about this book? You do? Okay. So my friend, Miss Strub, she's a teacher, a pre-K for essay. She let me borrow this book. And guess what? I'm gonna open the page and she had this book signed by the author, by Kelly Bennett. Look. It says for Rebecca, that's Miss Strub's first name, with gulps. Kelly Bennett. And it was signed by the author. Isn't that special? This book is so special to her, and I am so excited to read this book to you. Are you ready to read this book? All right. So this is called Not Norman, a goldfish story. There's the title page in which the author signed Not Norman, a goldfish story. Ready? When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet, not Norman. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or one who could climb trees and chase strings. A soft, furry pet to sleep on my bed at night. Not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and around and around and around and around and around and around. This is it, Norman, I decide. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move, not even a fin twitches. How can I trade him like this? No one will want a sorry looking fish in a gunky bowl. Gunky means messy. Look at the fish bowl. See those green things? That means that his fish bowl is dirty. Gunky. When I drop Norman into his clean, nice bowl, he starts dipping and flipping, flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy. I have to laugh. I wonder if you could flap like a fish. Can you flap like a fish? Oh, that was so cool. I saw your flapping. Don't think that just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you. I tell him. Tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe somebody will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a real cool dog and 7 puppies. That is a lot of puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman? I ask. Who's Norman? Says Austin. My goldfish, I say. By the time I rescue Norman, half of his water is gone. I wonder if any of you would want a goldfish as a pet. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when I get to school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me all googly-eyed. Finally, it's my turn to show and tell. Just as I start to talk about goldfish, Emily shouts, Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose? Uh-oh. I wonder what do you think's gonna happen next. There's a snake on the loose. There's Jenny right here. And look at the cage. The snake is gone. Does anyone hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bow? No. They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake. Not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. Look at the chaos going on right here. Chairs are flying, people are running, desks are thrown on the floor. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. So, if you don't know what a tuba sounds like, I have a video clip of a tuba. You ready to listen to it? This is what a tuba sounds like. So, he is playing a tuba, and this is a tuba. Sounds cool, doesn't it? Maybe one day you will get to play the tuba. Alrighty. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. He's swaying. Can you sway with me? Back and forth. Like this. That's swaying. Glue, 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 glug, he mouths. Look! Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps maestro. Maestro means teacher in Spanish. And try to play the proper notes. Oh, the teacher's telling him to pay attention. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time my lesson is over, it is too late to go to the pet store. Don't think that just because you like my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. He glugs. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, screech. What's that noise? Scratch, screech, screech. Yikes, there's something at my window. Then out of the corner of my eye, I spot. And I want you to pause this video and I want you to talk about what do you think he is going to see? Talk about it for a little bit. And when you're ready, you can press play again. He spots Norman. He isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It's just a broken tree branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and dogs and snakes and birds. I look at the hamsters and mice and lizards too. They all look like good pets, but they are not Norman. What do you think he's thinking about? He's finally at the pet store because, he didn't want Norman. But now it seems like he's starting to be a little hesitant. That means that he may not want to give up Norman now. What do you think? When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. The end. So, he decides to keep Norman because he realizes that Norman is a good pet. It doesn't matter if your pet could run or play or fetch or roll around. I think as long as you have a good pet that likes you, that's all you need, right? So, if you have a pet, I want you to go ahead and draw a picture of your pet, and you can send it to me on Remind. I hope to have a great one. Bye.